Alright, YouTube peeps, welcome to part, I don't know, 7 or 8, something like that, of, 8, I kind of forgot the parts, but, welcome to what is going to be the finale of Case 3, most likely, unless I really sucked. So, yeah, we're going to try and finish it. We're on the final trial, let's do it. That one, I think that's right. Yeah, okay, here we go. Finished Borderlands 3, hell yeah, hope you enjoyed it. It's fucking great. Story sucks, but the game itself is great. Oh, it's Bird! Oh, hey, this music. Shit. Alright. Let me actually check the court record again. Oh yeah, I forgot we got this shit at this office. We got the matches at at Yakuza Man's office. We got the medical paper. got the lunchbox. This thing's probably old by now. Oh yeah, the lottery. This is a virus, not COVID, but MC Bomber. Fake badge. We'll get into all this in a minute. This guy, literal Yakuza. This is if Kazuma Kiryu had like an evil twin in America. Hot robot waifu. No comment. Anyway, let's get into it. Yo, what's up, Tech Stag? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great night. Did you know that 10 plus 10 and 11 plus 11 are the same? 10 plus 10 equals 20. 11 plus 11 equals 22. If there's a joke there, I don't get it. Sorry. 2022. Oh, yeah, duh. 2022. Yep, I get it. 22. Yep. Haha, I see. I got it now. It took me, like, you know, way too fucking long. Because 22. Good one! That one went right over my head. Good morning, Mr. fucking idiot that didn't get an obvious joke. Good morning, Maggie. Also known as Dumbass. You know, sometimes I'd like to think I'm smart. Sometimes, So what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery. Yeah, it sure did. No, I'm kind of a nerd of saying that, but all the game I ended the spot of all the Borderlands game and it's all connects, all the boss, everything. It does. It's a good that it connects, because if it didn't, it'd be kind of weird. 10 out of 10 Borderlands series, dude, I agree. The plot as a whole is great. The plot in Borderlands 3 is just kind of eh. But I do like how it does connect, yeah. It was pretty wild what it did. I do like how they brought back a lot of the characters, too. That was a very nice touch, and it would have sucked if they had just kind of like, oh yeah, they're only in that game, and they never show them again. Be kind of lame. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Nani? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that, the little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Why don't I believe you? I don't know, why don't you believe me? Ask yourself that, bro. Yo, what's up, Big Mac? Good to see you as well. Hope you're having a great night. I know you're excited for this. Final trial day, let's go. It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Yeah, that's what I love the most. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Otherwise, get thrown in prison for murder. Oh, God, here we go. Hey, pal! Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Like a fucking creeper. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Hey, it's Gummy. Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? What the fuck? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. Why is that in Japanese, Natser? I'm not sure if that was a, did you mean to copy paste that into chat? Because I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, the bottle. What's in the bottle? What's in the box? I think he's speaking French. Oh my god. This is a small bottle that turned up in the Tribulations kitchen a couple days ago. You know I don't speak Spanish. Wow, look at all these, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. It's gotta be something. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. Yeah, suspicious as fuck. And it doesn't smell. Gee, what could it be? Like poison? We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? Oh, it's not. I'm afraid not, pal. It's oh, the medication! The medication that went missing! I think. Yeah! It's a prescription! So why is that in this motherfucker's bin? Medication? Yeah, for ears! Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glen Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glen Elk's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Hopefully not going into any fucking food, that's for sure. Unidentified fingerprints? Gee, I wonder whose it could be. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it! Make sure your defense is impregnable today. Got it? Pregante. I asked I asked my dad how he felt about having the best son in the world. He told me to ask my grandpa. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Damn. Savage. Savage. Oh my god. Today's trial, I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Because according to, you know, not Kazuma Kiryu over there, it isn't. God. There's our favorite, masked villain. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Here we go. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. His testimony was full of holes like Swiss cheese, though. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank with it from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? It's not a good thing, Maya. Gulp. Ha! Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. Well, I mean, he was, but yeah. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Alright? Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. I'm assuming this is Armstrong? Oh my fucking god. Oh no. Oh no. And you are? Oh, I'm gonna fuck this up. Oh, bonsoir, everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and the head chef of Très Bien Restaurant Enchanté. Natser, he was making a joke. He knew it wasn't French. That was the joke. You just didn't get the joke. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, no sir. As you can see, I am the pert and perky gentleman, no? Even the judge is like, and he's like, moving on. On the day of the incident, you were in Trabien's kitchen. Isn't that right? Monsieur. Nani? Everything feels right. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Godot and Armstrong are gonna fuck, dude. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Oh my fucking god, dude. If we can get an Armstrong and a Godot, like, fanfiction, I would be 100% down. Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Trabien. Oi, volontaire. I don't know how to say that. I played a French guy in one show. That was it. And I don't think I spoke, like, actually any French. It was just a French accent. When it all happened, there was 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco as a day. Like having a large mirror between la tables, for example. I don't know the meme, but you guys do. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. I would have seen everything in reverse, no? Okay, why are we not knowing about that until now? Mirror? Oi, un grand mirror, la most enormous mirror. Why are we just finding this out now? What? And suddenly the mystery disappears. Okay, where's the mirror though? Hello? Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the eardrum conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. I'm tired. Now then, Mr. Wright, you begin your cross-examination. Okay, Armstrong, why didn't you, like, mention that there was a mirror at any goddamn point when we, were asking about this As he said, it's far too early in the morning. 2 customers, by the way. I'm assuming both... Who are the 2 customers exactly? Of course, the young man who died. I don't know his name. And the other not-so-young man. You're referring to yesterday's witness, I presume? What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. Gee, you think? We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess we'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. Now, I was gonna say, I mean... This proves that he was meeting with, the tiger on that day. How does no one remember this? I mean, well, they're probably lying, but still! Let's try this one. Everything. He would have seen everything in reverse. Oi! Hey, Nick, we should take a second to think about what old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question! You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cuff. His left hand! If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right. Huh. And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Huh. Oh, I didn't mean to. I pressed the wrong button, my bad. I'll press on everything again. So I gotta think about that. If you looked at it in a mirror... I'm not imagining it in my head. At least not yet. That's fine. Let me go through all this shit again. Mirrored image. Yeah, I can't imagine it in my head. It's fine. Whatever. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. You fuck? That's all you gave us out of all that? Oh my god. Victor Kudo is a literal, like, literally worthless. God damn it. You were experimenting with Art Deco. How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, no sir. Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decature? No, Art Deco, as in a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Oh, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. You succeeded. You succeeded. I walked in and I could already smell the, you know. I was planning the most bold remodeling of like decor. Okay, here we go. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Buff, something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high. Let's see if 1 meter is about 1 yard. Holy glass in a frame, that's huge! I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Also, why? It's not like you're having sex. Oh my god, are people having sex in this restaurant? No, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. Press harder. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But oh boy, objection! You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Tribien the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Tribien, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. Ha! If you want to doubt someone, Trite, look in a mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. I don't buy it. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Damn. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if someone isn't normal, it is impossible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-notch chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over there? Well, Trite? Ack! Not the hair! I do not have a top knot! Mr. Godot is correct. On all counts, a lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Bien, logic as one le day. I mean... Bruh. Okay, I just had to make sure I pressed on everything. Would have seen everything in reverse. Trying to think of this in my... So if I was here and I had the cup in my right hand, if he was looking at it... But where would he have been looking at it then? Because it basically would have looked like... Something's not right here. Pressing this again. Everything in reverse. Okay, earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs, which would have been his right ear. Well, I guess, you know, right ear. Okay. Left ear without a doubt. I mean, I guess that, yeah, because... Let me check the cup again. No, wait, because... No, because that would have been his right hand then, right? If he had seen it in reverse, it would have been his right hand. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Let me look at this one again. But he still says that it was the same side. It couldn't have been. Because if the glasses are on this side and the earpiece, the cup would have been... So one of these is incorrect. I'm gonna try... No. Okay, that's the right one. Yeah, something doesn't add up, because if he still claims that it was in his left hand, it wouldn't have, even in the mirror. I don't think that's still correct. One of those is incorrect, basically. God damn. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question! You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. Okay. So to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that in a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side, which is incorrect. They were on his left. Exactament! You see, that was the one I got wrong. I was thinking the opposite. The coffee cup is, like, correct, I guess. But, the other one isn't. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so odd, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Yep. Order, order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's ear or eyepiece to have been over his right eye. Objection. Gulp. How bitter. Trite, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. Also, yes. Can you please stop describing your testicles? How he thinks! You remember this, I presume. The I broke the vase sorry apology let I mean Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony. Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit. The general grievous? Other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? That he's dead. Clearly it's the victim's eyepiece. That too, I guess. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I mean, did it though? I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear! Ha! Well, Trite. Irk! That's the worst but best impression of Kudo? Well, I mean, I kind of didn't. I was just doing a Godot's voice, but shit. Anyway. Wow, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. Godot's good. I mean, I'm not, because I didn't realize it was an...
thought he was just reading off. Enough! I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of the contradiction you found is just a rash. Thank you. Thank you for the very graphic imagery, Maya. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? The more horny he is, the more fucked up his mind gets. For Kudo, oh yeah, that guy is horny for waitresses specifically. Specifically just waitresses, because fucking, I don't know. Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oui, I could explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant.
The mirror.
Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably?
I guess.
La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of la victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so it was not in the way.
Why would you have a giant fucking mirror in the middle of your fucking restaurant, bro? How much? There's not even that much room in there to begin with. How would your waitresses be able to? You made some very bad decisions, but that might be the worst one.
But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Yeah, you sure did, you fuck.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table to the victims, or next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in a mirror.
What a naughty little coquette I am, confusing all the men like this.
Don't worry about it. You're only gonna go to jail. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. Ugh, I hate that guy. I love that guy. He's fucking great.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Voluntar, of course.
God.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Okay, can we explain, though, how his medication got, like, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so he said he moved it after this. Where would you have moved a mirror that big? What? So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat?
My monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, no? So that's the seat old seat he was sitting in on that day when the poisoning happened.
The old man was sitting at a table next to the victim. Why does it seem kind of odd? Because I don't think it's correct. Thrown away. Trash. Oh, also, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second.
The face is still intact.
Oh my god, it actually came into play. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This actually comes into play? Your Honor, Mr. Kudo's words yesterday strongly contradict Mr. Armstrong's testimony.
This is the letter of apology that was written by Mr. Kudo, is it not?
I realize it looks useless, Your Honor, but this is still testimony. Ha! I guess useless people are only really good at identifying useless things.
What relevance does this scrap of paper have to the trial, Mr. Wright?
Well, yeah. Mr. Kudo's testimony is actually very relevant to the question at hand, Your Honor. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Also. Pepe Jam. This one, you fuck. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
The crime photo?
Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist. Ha! Sounds like you're describing yourself, Trites.
Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement.
Idiots.
What is the something that should not exist in this photo?
Yeah, you fucking clods. Bruh. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony, that Mr. Kudo is a liar and should be thrown in prison. I mean, Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all! Objection. Don't be an idiot, Shrite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly! There was only one conclusion we could draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tribulations that day! Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Objection! Don't try to confuse the court, Shrite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. No, he wouldn't have. Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in the ear in which he couldn't hear?
Ha! You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Schreitz, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then it will all be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you going to be okay? Could you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradiction in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The ear doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony? What does that mean? The ear doctor made a mistake is pretty fucking funny. I mean, Kudo has to have made a mistake, right? I mean, that's the only logical thing. I don't believe that Kudo was sitting in the chair. Like, who took this picture, by the way? Like, who the fuck even? I mean, the victim clearly was not a phony because he died. Unless they mean that the other person was... I mean, obviously the other person was a phony because we know, like, who that is. I mean, I'm assuming it's that one. This is the only one that can make sense. Clearly, Mr. Kudo made a mistake. Mr. Trite, you're the one who brought up all these contradictions. And if you're trying to tell us the old man just made a mistake, we could wrap this up. We could wrap up this case right now with a guilty verdict.
How about it, Mr. Wright? Should I just declare your client guilty?
I don't know. It was the victim a phony? I guess. All right. Save scum just to make sure. Sure. I want to see where this goes. I don't remember this part at all. This case is riddled with contradictions, yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced. Oh, that's what it... Okay, that's what he means. I thought he meant straight up, like, Glenn Elg was not the victim. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That's why I got it confused. That, yeah. I think they mentioned that earlier in the case, too, where, like, it seemed like whatever Mr. Kudo saw was not the same thing that happened. Like, he wasn't there on the day or something like that. Or no, maybe Glenn Elg got, like, put, like, some sleep powder or something, and then they actually killed him somewhere else. Let's see. Were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter. Oh, that's what they mean. A phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. Ah, yep, that's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. That would make more sense, actually, yeah. Woo! Even Godot's like, oh fuck, he's right.
Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom!
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh?
What did you say?
Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Objection. Oh my god. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... The servant girl brought him a Cheeto, but she put something in it. That's the servant girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Yo, what's up, that guy? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great night. Time for some more AA. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Every Sunday until we finish it, baby.
It's so hard to believe, but...
There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of the poisoning the coffee. Objection. Hanging out with a friend? Hell yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you two bros had a great time. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the time of the restaurant, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
That's right! Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Ooh la la, this is most difficult for me.
Chaotic on Prime Video? Hell yeah, I don't know what that is, but it sounds dope. Phoenix Wright versus Presser Layden? I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. I'm probably not going to play that because I don't own it. I don't really know how to roughly get it. I'll probably just go into Great Ace Attorney. Obviously, we're going to take like a long break from Ace Attorney as a whole because we've just gone through the entire series since like many months ago. But yeah. Oh, it's the next game of the timeline? Ooh, I'll have to check it out. I don't think I'll play that next though. We'll see. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oh, oi.
You played before Grace Attorney? Hell yeah. Since a lot of the gimmicks from, are lifted from, ooh, okay. I'll have to check it out. If I can get my hands on it, then I 100% will before I play, Great Ace Attorney for sure. If I can't, then, play it later. If I can find it. Or if I can, you know, like, emulate or whatever. I'm not very good at that, so we'll see.
La victim, Monsieur Elg, I came to my restaurant alone. I remember la old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers.
Oh my god, yeah! Citra emulator? Oh, didn't we, I don't know what that is, I'm sorry. I think I remember we talked about that, but I don't remember what that is. Sounds cool, though.
When he got word he won the lottery, Mon Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. Now, none, there was no time for a phony to do la acting.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
The man pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
Well, you're lying under oath. Yeah, I was gonna say, you've just committed perjury, so good job. And you've admitted it, so awesome. We could put him in jail.
What you've just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later.
Oi.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Oh, he fucking sure will.
The rose, it never goes.
Nope. Wrong tree. Barking up the wrong dick. I mean, what? That'll come into play later, I bet. Is that true? Let's see. 1:30 p.m. Did you see him?
No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, $500,000!"
Presumably the defendant heard that too then, correct?
Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove.
And what about Mr. Kudo?
The old man choked on some bird seeds that got stuck in his throat.
It seems we now have yet another incident on our hands.
Yeah, no shit. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill.
I am a multi-talented woman, monsieur.
Sorry? What do you mean?
It is the renowned chef John Armstrong and the tragic poet Clarice Armstrong.
Oh my god.
Clarice?
Oh god, Pearl's theme, no.
Oi, I was writing a poem, an angry tale of a chef and $500,000 in debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 on the lottery. It is called Pourquoi. Pourquoi?
I remember saying that in my play. I don't remember how to say it correctly.
Pourquoi? It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for la cour?
Please don't. Oh my god. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred?
I asked the old man to call from la payphone.
By your own argument, Trites. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear.
Indeed.
Bien, it seems the shadow of a doubt has been lifted, n'est-ce pas?
Well, of course it's connected. Yeah. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim. Gulp. How many times do you need to ask the same thing, Trites? You'd never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Nani? You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift. But there's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it. Let's try this one. Was he alone at his table as well?
Oi, I saw him from the kitchen.
Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Ha! Unfortunately for you, Trites, yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bites. What kind of coffees has he been drinking? Dude, Godot blend number, what was it, like 70-something?
It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Yeah, she's not wrong. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct?
Oi, it comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special. I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip and nothing more. Damn, son! So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask him about this arrival. What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived.
Right.
Ooh, so the victim must have arrived between 2 and 2 p.m., no?
Just after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I?
I mean, you can. Here we go, boys.
The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oh, Monsieur Judge, everything I do it for you.
What are you, Brian Adams? Shut up.
Merci bien. That's French, isn't it?
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Oh, it's probably Everything I Do For You by Brian Adams. I'm gonna save because I might fuck this up. Save, scum!
You saw nothing.
Yes, okay, we're good. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
Koi? Kui?
I don't know how to say that.
What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece, yep. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Oi, that must be the show Mon El was listening to.
I can't see the problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant around after 2 p.m., correct?
Oi! I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I just finished serving la lunch menu.
Get to the point, Trite, if you have one. That show was broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30.
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. No! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Holy shit. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Tribulations that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection!
Quite a performance, Wright. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this, Music Theory 101? No, Godot Blend 70, whatever. Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Ah!
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright.
I still find it funny how Godot calls Nick Trite. That's Luke's last name? Yeah. Luke Atomy? Luke Triton. Hell yeah. Oh, that's Layton's pupil. Oh, hell yeah. Nice little reference there. Little cross reference. I like it. Hell yeah. Oh, shout out to Luke Amy. That guy was something else.
If your theory is to stand up to examination by the courts, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure here all of a sudden?
Oh boy. I thought I had him with that last contradiction, or with that contradiction, but he's turned it all around and backed me to a corner instead. It's almost like it's a turnabout or something.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed?
Well, if we think about it, hold on. If we think about it, if Glen Elg died before this happened, or what am I saying? Before, like, the phony thing happened, it's possible that the tiger, like, just took his body away. Unless they really did keep a body in, but where would they have kept it? I have not checked out EOJ or TA Storm yet. Not yet. I promise I will eventually. But I haven't checked it out yet. Been watching a lot of Rainer Vaz Jr. on YouTube. What was I saying? Oh yeah, just like the tiger could have taken him away, but would he have had, like, how would he have kept that discreet? I'm just gonna drag a body out of, you know, this fucking place. Oh man, hold on. You see nothing. Shut up. Nope. Okay, you're good. You can open your eyes now. Ha ha. Oh, I mean, it couldn't have been inside, right? Because I mean, Maggie would have been there. I'm gonna go outside. Yeah. Clearly, there was no place to hide a body inside Tribulations. Therefore, the killer must have hauled the body outside. Did I miss something? No, I was just making a joke saying, like, I save scum, and I was like, you didn't see anything. Oh, you can open your eyes now.
Because I save scummed. I see.
Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was taken out of the restaurant? Oh. Hold on. Sorry I ruined the joke. I thought you were actually asking, my bad. It's so hard. See, it's so hard, like, when we make a joke like that and I'm not actually directly speaking to another person, like, in person. If it's on the internet, it's hard. This is nobody's fault, I'm just saying. It's like, oh, fuck. Now I got thrown off. Is, fucking mask to mask. Oh man, I'm not 100% sure on this one. Unless I just did the wrong thing and now I'm kind of back into a corner. Where did we find this again? I don't even remember where we found this. Oh. Was there a way to hide the body in Tribulations? There couldn't have been. Because if Maggie went to the kitchen, she would have... There was no way. That one. It's wrong. I know it's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, of course that's wrong. I honestly don't even remember where we found that. We probably found that in the restaurant, but I just don't remember it, like, at all. I am confusion. Let's try this again. I want to just try inside and see what it says. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court in these plans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I guess the kitchen. I guess it had to have been the kitchen, but there wasn't that much room in there, was it? I guess it's because it's where we found the bottle. I guess that is the right thing. I was just thinking, like, there was no room, even in the kitchen. Like, if someone walked in, even if it was, like, in a closet or something, like, the body was hidden here!
I see.
Alright, same thing. I guess this. Yep, okay. Alright, I guess it is the kitchen. Man, how the fuck were they able to fit it in that, like, tiny... I guess the kitchen wasn't that tiny, but it was still pretty small. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I've never seen such ugly bottle before in my life. I only use la very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations.
Cool. But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day. I nailed that pronunciation. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Poor Glenn Elk's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, but where though? Where? Did they hide it in the stove? Is that what I was smelling when I ate that lunch? At which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu!
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. Yeah, I guess like on the makeup counter thingy. I guess so, but... It is pretty big, but I don't know. I guess maybe like... I guess we can't see the whole kitchen. You can only see like whatever... You know, if there wasn't like a move this way or that way, so there probably was some room in there. I just don't believe it. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No!
Bitch. Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elk?
Never! I could not do such a horrible thing.
No!
Mr. Godot!
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. I fucking love Godot. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
For my pardon, please, you must hear me out.
Oh, that's a good fucking joke.
It is a trap. Listen to me, por favor.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
Bitch. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
No, absolutely none.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps? Toss Portuguese. Yeah, hell yeah.
Witness, the court will grant you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. As does my gavel!
It is clear.
He had enough cups to have 30 heart attacks by now? Oh god, yeah. That's like just injecting coffee directly into your heart. No drinking, just like a big needle, just, oh yeah! Yeah, he should be dead, but, what do they always have to say in the movies? I got a bad feeling about this.
Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong!
Oh god. Let me guess, you were an accomplice? The confession.
It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
I believe you. You were definitely not. You couldn't kill anybody.
You were forced by who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then. He's gonna get killed. Hold on. When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table? Oh, here we go. Finally.
There was.
Gee, who could that be?
There was another man.
It's American Kazuma Kiryu. I knew it.
Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witnesses.
Yeah, Yakuza, right? Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. We know who it is. It's Yakuza Wright. It's yeah. And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur.
Yes?
Sure, you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit too old to get a... I can't believe he's 39, by the way.
And a bit too male.
Male's a strong word to use there. I can't finish the cross-examination without this... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. I had to make sure that was the right call. You're in debt, you fucking bitch. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you?
$500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong?
I just said to sell. Désolé. I was weak and I borrowed the money.
God, look at his stance, the ass out. Oh my God. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this motherfucker. God, he is so angry. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you to.
Oi, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, Le Tiger, it told me it was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous.
Ah, I see.
On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan.
This music, though.
I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to. I had no choice. I carried the body of the inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. And after that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say, oh my God, that fucking tongue though, Jesus. God, and the fangs. This dude could like just punch me and I would just die. I would turn to dust. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre, also known as Yakuza Wright. That jacket though. It's like a tiger biting a bearded dragon. What the fuck?
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong.
The poison... the Kazuma Kiryu versus Yakuza Wright? Who would win? Oh, man. That'd be a great fight. That should... Someone should mod that in, like, Yakuza Kiwami or Kiwami 2 or something. Fucking Furio Tigre versus Kazuma Kiryu.
The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Make it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Gru?
Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that could be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
Oh, let me guess. He's here, isn't he? 30 minutes.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, trites. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way.
Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Watch Godot go on a Yakuza fight against Furio to get his ass in the stand. Dude, I bet Godot could fucking defeat Furio. He would just like look at him once with that laser beam on his face and he would be like, all right, I'm coming. I got you. Yeah, okay, fine. Fuck it. I got nothing better to do. But you know, plan my next murder. Dude, Godot versus Furio. That's like, you know Yakuza has those like pre-bosses, like the underling before the boss. Furio would be like, you know, in order to get Furio on the stand, Godot would have to fight him and then be like, oh, you beat me. Okay, I'll go on the stand. And then finally it's Phoenix versus Furio. Like the final battle.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand.
Godot fights the entire Yakuza mob, dude. He would win. He's fucking ripped. Like, I would 100% think he could. Dude, imagine Godot and Kiryu like together and fighting. They would literally just take down the entirety of all of Japanese Yakuza. It's just like him and Nishiki.
We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Nani?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? Kiryu is Godot's version of Dick Gumshoe. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hell yeah. He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. We just gotta break the tiger.
You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! The slope mouth. Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end.
Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot. Oh, damn.
It's not a top knot.
Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I got kind of wound up.
Ah! No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything.
Well,
Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour.
An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But, Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour.
You bet!
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on... I'm assuming this. It's gotta be this, right? That's like the only thing that really matters. Or the sign. Oh no, that one's already got fingerprints. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Oh hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right?
Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to.
Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too.
Alright, again.
Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
Fair enough. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. That sounded way better in my head.
Alright, here we go, boys. We just beat the final boss's underling. Now it's time for the real final boss. And Godot's back already.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furio Tigre?
I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem.
Tamed him?
The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites.
Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand.
Oh, boy. Oh, he's pissed.
Witness, please state your name and...
Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there was room for me down there, too!
What's you say to me?
They just pissed for losing the fist fight? Yeah.
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest.
Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge? Speaking of bad Brooklyn accent, I got business to take care of. You hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? Ah, no, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor?
Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it, we're doomed.
Maybe you just didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
There's no need to shout, we can all hear you.
What do you say?
There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare, the relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in. Too cool. They're gonna fight again in the middle of court, dude. If they fought right now, I would call this the best game of all time.
Don't get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy.
I mean, you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird.
Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. You was the one who set this up, didn't you? You was gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick! She says from under the table.
Alright, here we go. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office.
Q receive and slash from Yakuza 7, then Godot puts Furia through the stand. I don't know that one because I haven't played Yakuza 7, but fuck, I can imagine it. That's one of Godot's heat moves, dude. I love it.
I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tender Linda every single day. You just want to check my alibi, just ask Violetta. At last I found my pen. I found it on Penn Island. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Across them. Ah! What is it? Please, wait a second. You could refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Update with gunfire from Yakuza 2 then? Hell yeah. Lowlife, me?
Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you just gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think I ain't gonna hurt you when you tangle with the tiger.
Godot's just enjoying this. Too much. Ha! I love a good spectator sport. Oh, yeah, like football. Not baseball. That's a sport you go and spend way too much money at.
Just a minute. That's really not.
This witness is, how can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. This fucking face, dude. I love it. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. Yous better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus.
You ride the... You ride the bus?
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressings of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? Nope. Nope. I'm gonna save just to be safe. I mean, that's gotta be wrong, right? Oh, or not. Okay. Kiryu rides the taxi. Hell yeah, he does. Ugh. I can't really fuck this up here. I'm just gonna... I gave myself, like, no room for error. Whoops. I just really don't want to press anything because it's gonna, like, fuck me over. I'm gonna press and this is gonna be like wrong. What just curious about something. Ah, never mind. Got whales lined up, dude. I'm gonna press. Oh god, by Violet you're talking about the Cadaverini families.
Yeah, you don't want to cross them, or you's gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. Once the Godfather finds out you've been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in.
Sorry, I couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there.
He said that just like Viola, didn't he?
Then this might not be the right time to probe him about her. I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to risk it right now. It's too dangerous to press thing. Okay, so it seems like I can actually press him, but if I try to follow it up, I have. Okay, well we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Gathering information, yeah. Okay, so it seems like yeah, that's the whole thing. Is Okay. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp.
He's talking about Viola Cadaverini.
She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says. So that's where I was. That seems like a rather, sketchy schedule. Grr.
There he goes again.
What did the tiger...
Or wait, what the tiger did all that... Or all December isn't the issue. What's Porty was doing on the day of the murder. So, now what? I'm gonna press... Mr. Tigre, what's yous want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. Oh, god damn it. This is a dead end, Shrine, you know it. Remember the rules. No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too?
Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats who wanted to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness last name was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please...
Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add that last testimony to your... Or statement to your... that last testimony to your statement. Wait, what? Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Thank you, you fucking idiot. Fuck boy. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elk, but it appears that Mr. Elk knew you.
Nani?
Mr. Elk left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger, and the date, December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder!
So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elk, because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Oh, the red suit is nice too. Not bad. You's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you doing?
Whoa. Just fucking Tim Allen. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth.
Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre.
Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness?
He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy on the head. Pure black magic sounds like a BBC porno. I mean, it really does. It really does. You can't get any more, like, pornorific than that, right? I mean... Dude, shout out to... No, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, fuck it. Shout out to BBC. That could have come out better. Get it? Come out like... You know. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I'm gonna check the football games real quick, just really fast to see what's going ups on the down lows. Okay. Holy crap, 35 points from Andrews. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, cool. Yeah, shout out to the television station BBC. Yeah, exactly. They broadcast Doctor Who. I've never watched the show, but I've heard it's pretty good. Yeah, exactly.
I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Ted the lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never ever been to that Trey Bien joint, you see?
Alright, well, that's a lie right there.
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Thank you, Godot. Thank you. I love how blunt Godot is. I almost said blunt. Godot does not beat around the bush. Straight up. It's really hard to keep appointments when you're literally fucking dead.
Very well. You may begin with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right?
Grr. Well, I'm gonna just, you know. Boom! Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What are you talking about?
We found them in your office at Tenderlender. They're from that restaurant.
What?
If you've really never been to Trey Bien before, what was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You's been snooping around in my stuff too, wise guy! What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me! Order, order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Grah! Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me! I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
Fucking Godot. Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. Hell yeah. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elk that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. That face tells all. He must have. Alright, at Trey Bien.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon.
When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. That guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I had the cop signs on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the Noble Express! No more stupid questions!
Ha! No problem. Anytime Tripe presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Just gonna do that real quick. Alright.
Anyway, you saw nothing.
Mr. Cadeau, that's my job!
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. Didn't fucking Edgeworth or Francisca, like, say the same thing? Have they all made that reference at least once? I think they have.
So do it! Yes, sir! The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know since you's paying.
Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? No, it's a kangaroo court. What do you mean? We know this. You went straight back. Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you, or what you did?
What are you trying to say? You trying to tell me you ain't never been guilty of nothing?
We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide.
Like this!
The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it? Yep, okay. That one was irrelevant. Alright, well that sucked. We should probably press him on what he saw. An ugly scene. What do you mean? Alright. I guess that was okay. Every time I take a pill, I'm gonna reload. Fuck off, Godot. Yeah, I got it, okay. Oh yeah, this isn't Ezra saying something like, just slam that, or no, it's Von Karma that says it. Slam that flimsy gavel and get on with it, man! Or something like that. Okay, I should, that was dumb. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then?
The tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation.
So, when exactly did you pick up the matches? There are matches just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home. Poor Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make a man cry. Oh, I guess that wasn't like a... Huh, okay. You mean you saw Glenn Elg's dead body?
I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Hold on. If you weren't in the restaurant, how could you have seen him? You can't see shit. You can't see shit because of the partitions. Hold on. And what time was this?
I don't know.
Nani?
You know what? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some taken henpecker. Or taken henpecker. Out of interest, Mr. Tigray, what winds you up the second most? Huh? What do you think? Square watches.
Is this guy for real?
Look, all I need to know is that something bad was going down in that place.
So... Yes! Okay, I did get the right one. You're something of a loan-collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre?
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie-detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix clutches. That sounded better in my head. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. Yep, If you were right there, you wouldn't be able to see him, idiot. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
No, you sure didn't. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Why? That's true!
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Oh, he's sweating. Oh, we got a new face. God, he actually kind of looks human in that one. So, from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him. Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake. Nani? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do. This trial has gone long enough without the obvious questions being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court.
Fucking who else, idiot? Come on. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness?
Now that's cute. You think you could pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger's king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You just got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, don't leave me to handle this alone.
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Godot!
God damn it, Judge. Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no, no, no. The servant girl brought him a Javachino. She put something in it. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Was the victim he saw that real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was
very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Play cool. Ha! Gulp. Found your pen at last, Trey. You found it on Penn Island, just like the judge. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. And gee, who could that waitress be?
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Uh-huh.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
You's making the big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick! Where was I? Oh yeah, about to enjoy the last few moments I have on this planet. The defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of a cackling laugh. Yep, I remember when I heard that, I was like, oh. There's just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you!
Witness, what have you got to say? That's cute. Sorry? You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get back to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give yous one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
Yous got it all wrapped up nice, alright? But yous missed one real important thing.
Motive. But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you see? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
Ha! What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road.
Gulp.
One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim? Look at my tongue. It's somehow redder than my body. Yeah, I loaned out cash, about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over.
The fuck do you mean by that?
Now, I see the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000. Yeah, well, he's got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid exactly, no motive. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Huh. The waitress, you mean?
The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with.
Maybe I should push a little on this. Sure. What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my 100,000 bucks back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said.
The tiger's motive, huh? Are you saying you had no other motives that day?
Yeah, so what?
Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left?
Why do you think? Because of Four Eyes over there.
Because of Maggie?
How about you go ask Four Eyes about that?
Fucking Four Eyes.
About the $500,000 ticket. She wanted it so bad. She poisoned Elk's coffee.
A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre. Ooh. Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Wright.
The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I sent down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see.
Your Honor. Gulp. The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony or would it like amended?
Amended, please. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
I know that, like, the whole reason he had a motive was MC Bomber. It's worth millions of dollars, or potentially at least. The tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Okay. Okay, is it the same thing? Let me try it. Okay, cool. I was on the right track. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after.
Objection.
What are you getting at, Wright? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. I had to run after my old man since, Oh, no, your brother got into an auto accident? Oh, that sucks, man. Hopefully he's okay. Toward the accident, now I just gotta wait. Eesh, sorry about that, brother. Hope he's alright. Hope he's nothing serious.
What is that?
Oh, you know, just a virus.
It's not COVID, don't worry.
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. He's still awake? Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Seems like hopefully it was just Like a minor crash, nothing, no injuries. Hopefully he's all right, brother. Sorry, that sucks. Auto accidents suck. I think I've only been in like one. Thankfully I wasn't injured, or actually two. But they were both very scary. Yeah, it's not fun.
A computer virus. What is...
God, the judge is so old.
What does one of those do?
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer.
A computer? What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market.
Several $1 million?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Glenn Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elk put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get hold of that program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense. Ooh, damn, ripped and burned. But he is by no means an idiot, Wright. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share with us? Why did Mr. Tigray need money to the tune of $1 million?
Just that. Oh, just you know, trying to not die, pretty much. Not to mention the good computer virus in the right spot can easily tenfold that. Oh yeah, that thing could. If that thing could like crash the entire like network of a specific like company or a specific conglomerate or even a government, oh, that thing would be priceless on the black market, dude. I mean, and hold it for ransom. Exactly, you could yeah. That I mean, he like murdering, of course, is a last resort, but I can get why he did it. It's not right, but if you need it now, be like, I got my hands on this, $1 to $100 million thing. Like, I'm good. I'm set for life. I don't even need my fucking loans, In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter. He is Yakuza, don't forget. Yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting he is a Yakuza, like a bona fide, like, I guess in this localization, an American Yakuza. Like a New Yorkie Yakuza. But, so yeah, he probably could find that money relatively easily just through, shakedowns. Especially if he was back in 88 in Yakuza 0. Oh my god, you just shake down like one person, you get the money. An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. Oh yeah, they do. I remember reading up a bit about like actual like real life Yakuza, and I honestly I didn't realize it, but yeah, they exist in many areas of the United States and elsewhere, which is pretty insane. Imagine like a Kazuma Kiryu just walking down the streets of LA. You're like, I don't want to fuck with that. Nope, I'm good.
How much of this do you know?
These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. Oh, I kind of forgot he didn't realize, like, exactly how much that she told me. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Kiryu versus Tommy from GTA Vice City. I don't play GTA, like, at all, so I'm not really sure who Tommy is, but, hey, how is Definitive Edition? I've heard that it's kind of not great. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full.
Oh, $1 million! A preposterous sum! Someone should sue these HMOs.
Bad, that's about it, I heard, yeah. I heard, like, some of the character, like, they remade a lot of the characters, like, looks, and apparently they looked, like, nothing like how they originally looked. To be 100% honest, too, Yeah, they look like Sims 2 characters. To be 100% honest, when I saw the trailer, I didn't even know about the game. But just looking at the side-by-side, I was like, really? Like, that's all they did? It looks like a PS2 game. I mean, because the originals are, but like, it still looks like a PS2 game. They just made it more colorful. Like, that's it. It looked really bad. I was like, I thought it was gonna be more of like a, kind of like a Yakuza Kiwami or Kiwami 2. It's a mobile game? Did it really? Oh damn, man, that kind of explains it. Ha! No one would pay a bill like that. It's a mobile game ported to consoles and PC. Really? Really? Why? Why would they do that? Dude, put the same hardness as Riot God Gotaku did with Kiwami and Kiwami 2. I mean, boom, done. There you go. I've seen clips of the original, like, Kiwami and Kiwami 2, and they did a really good job with that. Rockstar is greedy and don't care. I guess it's true. How long has GTA 5 been out, and instead of just making a new game, they just keep adding on DLCs and just making the game, like, you know, bogged down, I've heard. Like I said, I don't know much about it, but that's just what I've heard. People are kind of like 18 years since GTA 5 or just GTA in general. Oh, the DLC is only for online. Oh, that's fucking cool. I remember when GTA 5 came out, it was like the biggest deal. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. Yikes. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay. Update imported for 18. Really? Did it come out that long ago? Wow. Holy shit. I guess I must have missed that. That's fucking wild. GTA 5. Well, Grand Theft Auto 4 came out 12 years ago. Oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto Online. I keep forgetting about that. 2013. So, are you meaning 8 years? Because you're saying 18, unless I'm just not understanding, which might be my fault. Oh, cool. And they're actually, instead of making a new game, they're gonna get PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm making sure that I wasn't reading it wrong. But still, 8 years it came out, and they haven't even made a new game? You guys are fucking insane. Second best-selling game of all time, though. But yeah, and Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 versions are scheduled for release in March 2022. Oh my god. Just make a new game already. I guess what they made Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 within that time frame, though, right? There's no campaign editions. I've heard the campaign's really good, though, right? What the fuck? Why would they just not make a new game? I guess money, right? It's all about money. Just keep adding the same shit to the game everyone's playing, and they'll buy it because, you know, people are dumb. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay. It's good, but they don't have more campaign. Yeah, exactly. I think I read that already, but it's fine. Yeah, it's like, why would you not expand on the campaign, especially if the campaign was good? I've heard that, like, I think my dad played the campaign. He said it was pretty good. Because his very life depended on it. That's fucking crazy. That's so greedy. That's such a blatant slap in the face. But hey, the only way they're ever gonna stop is if the people stop buying the DLC, which they're not going to, so they're just gonna keep doing it.
Order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola I almost said Cadaverini? Cadaverini. Oh, did you say Cadaverini? Bruno Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Even Godot's like, oh shit. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruno Cadaverini, demanded of you. So desperate. Oh no, I'm burping, sorry. In fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Oak's life to pay your debt. This actually does sound like Yakuza. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Glenn Elk had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. Yep, the kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery. Oh my god, so the lottery win was the reason that he killed him, dude! Holy crap! The lottery win? Exactly! At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. Yep. There's the fiend. It's like that salt meme where he goes like that. That was a good meme. So restored to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elg. How'd he hide his hair though? While Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. Yep. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have kept in the dark about it. Yeah, he was part of it, dude. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Yeah, I guess he could have just got his hair wet to remove the gel. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Pretty fast motherfucker, though. I guess it was like about 30 minutes of dead space, right? Give or take, something like that. Yeah, true. Fair enough. Just like, all right, we're good. With the hag. Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. You gotta respect the hair, though, right? Maybe it's under his beanie. It'd be funny if like the hair was poking out of the beanie, like up the top. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. He's got nothing so far. There's gonna be something where it's like, oh, we've won. That's like, nope, you haven't provided evidence. You's put on the good show, Spiky. Yep, here we go. If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness and framed someone. If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Gulp. Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Schreitz? Oh, I should have probably saved. What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? I'm assuming... I'm gonna assume it was either one of these. I didn't save those, so if I fuck this up, I don't remember exactly where I went back. I can't save Scum because I'm like past the point where I could save. I mean, I want to say it's the cyanide, right? Because that's the whole point. Nah, it's Gumshoe's lunchbox, obviously. I mean, I think it has to be... That seems like the only logical thing, right? Unless it's like the... That has to be it. I mean, it has to be, right? Oh God, how far back did I go? I'm gonna go for it. Now I guess that was wrong. Fuck. Thanks, Godot. Oh. Okay. Yep. Alright, how far back? I don't think it's as far back as I tried. Or as I tried. As I, probably remembering, but, let's try this again. Let me rethink it. God, how far back did I go? I don't even remember. Oh, God. Oh, yikes, okay. I think this was, let's see. Amended. Okay, an MC Bomber. Yep. Okay, we're not, like, super far behind, but, yeah. Or super, you know what I mean. Let's go through this again. But yeah, anyway, let's, that's fucking crazy about, Rockstar. I have, I want to say I have Red Dead Redemption. I should have to play that sometime, because I think Red Dead Redemption is my dad's favorite game of all time. He said he really liked it. Just the story. He doesn't play online, like, anything, so, yeah. $1 million. Okay, yeah, we're not too far behind. I'll save Scum, once we get back to, like, a certain point. There's a lot of games I want to play. There's too many games. Oh god, okay. Beanie. New technology, hell yeah, what is it? My brain actually, like... I'm just gonna save right here just to make sure. Then a miracle happened. You won the money. Yeah, because, Is it a liquid Game Grumps just jamming in your pee hole? Is that what it is? Your brain is about to explode and you'll shit your pants. Dude, shit my pants? Right here, right now? Yeah, you can shit your pants anywhere. Anytime. Like right here, right now. That was a great fucking... I don't remember what a store that was, but Ship Your Pants. Classic. And that actually aired on TV for a while. Put on a good show. Put on a good shirt. Okay, I'm gonna save right... here. Actually, no, hold on. One more trick. Okay, this is where I'll save. Here we go. Alright, trick. Trick. Oh, and maybe the, like, actually being, yeah, duh. The UN just announced a new measure to fight global warming. Is it gonna be some... I can already feel the sarcasm. Let me guess, it's just, I don't know, don't fuck the planet over? I don't know, just don't, you know. Just don't. They'll make massive kites and lock them into cargo ships so the wind will propel the ships. I'm assuming that's fake. How the fuck did nobody come up with these? I mean... it's, I mean, I don't know. Is it gonna be, like... I mean, I guess that's true, right? Like, the whole thing with oil is that oil just, like, fucks our planet over, like, 1,000,000 times, you know. Oil is, like, the worst thing. And, I mean, gas, too, you know. Is that real, or is that... I mean, I'm assuming that's sarcastic, but considering the type of shit that I see, like, nowadays, I would not be surprised if that's real, and they're like, yeah, let's do that. And it's like, I mean, I guess...
What on earth is that? Giant kites that propel?
Oh, it is real news. Yeah, I was gonna say I knew you were being sarcastic, but I also would not have been surprised if it was like, oh yeah, we're actually gonna do that. So you're telling me that, like, oh yeah, oh cool, like it's gonna set a path for, oh, the wind's blowing into Antarctica. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, that's, I mean, they're at least they're trying something, right?
What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation!
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor.
Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's
the truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable...
Disreputable. Shut up, Phoenix. Or shut up, Big Fish Dish.
A disreputable, shabby defense I'd ever seen.
Objection. Can you prove that, Gramps? Excuse me. Prove that the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Hey!
Oh. Hey, forget about it, yeah?
I would do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh?
Bitch. Have you no pride, sir? Yeah. How many cups is that now? This has got to be more than 17. This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trites, here in court, we deal with people's lives. Hope you're ready to pay more for goods because shipping's going to take longer. Hell yeah. News article? I think since you're a sub, you can. Or actually, let me just permit you just in case real quick. Oh, how do I... Can I just do that? There we go. Perfect. There you go. I actually want to, like, check this out really quickly. Giant kites that track cargo ships across the oceans goes on trial. Are you fucking kidding me? And yeah, Bloomberg is a reputable source. I mean, I guess you might as well try it, but that's the best we can come up with?
Mr. Godot is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness.
How did fuck did nobody come up with these? I mean, it's not like a bad idea. I just don't know if it's gonna work. You gotta really well, the weather's unpredictable. You gotta make sure that you look at it like a month in advance. I think it's just gonna be really, really difficult. I mean, but hey, might as well try it, right? Less carbon, less oil. There's a reason why we stopped using sailboats along ages ago. Oh, cool, I'm gonna make it. Oh, the wind's changing. Oh, cool. 3 years later.
Still not there, still out at sea. Fishing for clams, coconuts. I preside over this court as the judge with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
God damn it. No! Fuck.
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness.
God damn it.
The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
I hope you're ready to wait 9 months for goods. Yep. Exactly.
But we've come so far!
You say he impersonated Glenn Eld. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Gumshoe's gonna come in and save us, right? That's like the only outcome that's possible. Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit, but I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Nuclear-powered ships would be more efficient and more clean. That's not a bad idea. Just gotta make sure that Yeah, it's not a bad idea either. I think it's definitely a better idea than giant kites. But you know, that might just be me. Ha! I agree. Looks like I won. I won't be needing a refill. If I just had one more piece of evidence. Here we go. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigray.
Rad. Gotta love our justice system. Oh, here we go. Gumshoe.
Your Honor, sir.
Yep. Oh my god, he even gets like his own picture. Wait!
Detective.
Detective Gumshoe for the win! Can't wait until the UN say something even more extraordinary that will make you piss your pants. To fight calamities are gonna ban cars and go back to back. I mean, at this point, I mean, like I said, I know it's all sarcasm, but I wouldn't be surprised. Might as well try something new by going backwards.
Sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, detective? Is it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What?
Took his face. We kind of are, but, you know. Save the planet, right? Oh my god, here we go.
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from the medicine bottle.
Oh, so do you know who the prints belong to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So tell us that the tiger's right. I knew it.
You bet. Clear as crystal all over the bottle. The Furio Tigray's paw prints all right.
That's great. We got him now, Nick.
I was gonna say, that isn't really...
What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenn Elg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it! Great! No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use!
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This is our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time! It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Oh, is this gonna be Viola? Oh no, it's Maggie. Never mind.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now.
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone.
Fuck. Redemption. No.
Is there anything we could do now, Nick?
I wish there was.
Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it.
You put into pocket?
Okay. Oh no, the pocket wiped the fingerprints off. Alright, also my fingerprints are on it now. Fuck!
Mr. Wright.
Oh my god, classic song here. Yes, Your Honor?
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you discovered.
Yes! Oh boy. Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court. Can we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time you's gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But you as lawyers should know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really back into a corner here, but maybe if he thinks he's got me beat. He'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final, decisive piece of evidence to the court.
Sure. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims?
Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What? But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Your knows what this bottle contains, except one man, one person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you saying? Well, what the hell is in it anyway?
A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide. This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. I think I remember what happens here. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. Oh, yep, I remember this. No, this is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown, and it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. You fucking idiot. Even Godot's like, are you? I remember when I saw that like thing that said potassium, I was like, yep, I remember this ending. It's coming back to me. Got him at last. Whoa, what? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that co's looking so fool you people. That lawyer's just playing you fucking idiot. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. We caught him in a bluff, dude. We caught him napping. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who he's messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. Well, cool. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sorry. Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all! Oh my god! What the fuck? The lights go out? Oh my god, they did! The eyes. What's going on? It looks like a blackout. Well done, Wright. Did you throw a fucking coffee? I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Savor it. while you watch the police restrain your prey. Hell yeah. Call for my mom. Bro's just taking to an ambulance to the hospital. Hope it's okay, bro. That sucks, man. It really, really sucks. I hope it wasn't too serious. Hopefully it's just like a precaution. Auto accidents suck, dude.
Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be like...
Bruh!
He won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot?
He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal.
Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Godot. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird.
Yes! Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Hell yeah, we did it! That was fucking wild.
Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him.
Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick, in the doorway.
Is it Gumshoe? Yep. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pal. Wait. Oh, sad Gumshoe is sad.
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
This is fucking awkward. I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Nani? Oh, well, I was... well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective. He just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got that medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe, who was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear she needs it. Maggie, you know Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this.
I wanted to believe that, sir, but on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
Now when he's with Edgeworth.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
That's not true at all. I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. Oh, the weenies! Here come the weenies! I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Yes! Weenies and rice! You can't get any better than... Fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Ding! Take that! Here you are. It's probably cold as fuck by now. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's... a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love and lots of weenies. He said you were something. I did not mean to press the button. My bad. Microwave it? Yeah, I guess so, right? I mean, we've had it for like a few days, though. Like, just in our pocket? It's probably perishable.
Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
is it okay if I eat this now?
Dude, hell yeah. She's all crying, and Maya's all... I love Maya's face, just like,
Yeah, eat those weenies. So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
That's pretty fucking funny. Dude, you can't go wrong with Little Smokies. Those are a classic. Get some Little Smokies and ranch beans. So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. Oh, this is weird. This is not like... The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Filled with plenty of weenies. Weenies and rice. Yay, we did it! Hell yeah! Gumshoe Redemption! Alright, well, that is where we're gonna end it for today. Let's kind of get not a sneak peek, but let's at least see what the title. Ooh, episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings. Starting with a trial. Ooh. Well, that is where we're going to end for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you very, very, very much. Thanks to everyone that came in, had a good time playing this again. And to any lurkers that may have been in chat, you guys are the backbone of Twitch in this channel. So thank you for lurking. Thank you to everyone that chatted as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And also, YouTube, you guys have a great night as well. Thank you for watching, YouTube, and I appreciate you as always. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time and have a good night. Bye, YouTube.